This is not.
This is a UI test. It's not.
Oh, it's
your
user
actual
interface, not the actual.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, logging quality. Well, I guess my first question is what the hell does 100% mean? 100% of what? That's the first thing. Okay, let's go back to the, where's the back?
Would you like to see that information right away, or would you like to have the ability to say, like a little I button right there that you could click on and see
For
more
more
information?
info, yeah. Yeah, no garbage up the screen. Once I know what it says, I'm not gonna look at that. Stride time this week. And I don't know what stride time means, but, and then gate. Learn more, you got the learn more on there.
The learn more is not available at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Foot swing. Okay, first comment, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 parameters. Okay.
On walking quality.
Now walking, oh, okay, that's right, so standing. Standing up speed. How fast do you stand? Oh, yeah, I know what that is. Stand up balance, that's important. Okay.
This way.
Where's the back? Where's it up there?
You think it should be at the bottom?
No,
Because your
no,
phone's-
it should be on the phone hardware also. If I go here, wouldn't that go back? Probably. Yeah, it does. Okay, sitting down. Balance, speed, quality. That's the combination. And I'm using the back button here instead of your one at the top. Standing still balance. Standing balance, side to side this week. How much you move side to side while standing up. How much you move front to back while standing. Okay, and of course you probably have had, or you should have inputs from Fullerton on all this stuff.
The what?
Yes.
From Fullerton, from
Yeah.
Oh, like.
Deborah's
the-
feedback.
How
We're
we
meeting
came
with
up
her
with
next week. We're going to show her.
Yeah, you definitely need, because she's gonna ask you to tweak this, I'm not sure how, but I mean, what? There's gonna be some tweaking.
Mhm.
There are also, this is sort of off the wall, all the charts are the same,
Yes.
okay? And that probably could be a good thing because people can understand them better, or it could be a bad thing because there's no excitement, I'm not sure. Second thing is, right now you're showing a week at a time, but if I want to go back, it's not processed yet. If I'm going back or forward, well, it would be forward.
Changing the scale.
Changing the scale, but just changing the week. There's,
Ah.
there's 3 ways
I see
to
what
do
you
it.
mean.
One way is you flip to the week before.
Right.
Another way is you change the scale, and you see 10 weeks or 20 weeks, and you maybe eventually program both. And the third one is you punch something in that goes back to some
Can you
earlier
open up
thing.
the thing
And
on
the
your
fourth
phone?
one is you program some of the metrics to say, you know, when was I over 50% or something. That one's a little optional, but.
What channel?
You can do, it's easy.
The highlights, so to speak.
It's very easy to do, and it shouldn't be confusing if it's done well.
Right. You just want to find, isolate moments of these metrics.
Well,
that
let me
are of-
give you an example. I use the heart map. The heart map is, after you finish your session, it then records it, and then it's got a chart that shows what the session looked like. And you can either look at the history, the graph, you can look at the orange bar graph to see, oh, my achievement was 200 this week and 15 last week, or the day, I mean, not the week, by the day. So you can easily flip through and see those oranges going up and down because they're related to how long, how good. So if you only did 2 minutes but you did it superb, your score may be 50. If you did it for 16 minutes and your score was above average, it might be 100. If you did it for 15 minutes and you were really doing well, it might be 300. So I can flip through right away and see what's good, but then I see a high one sometimes and I look at it and it was only 4 minutes, but I was doing very, very well. Where another one was 10 minutes and I wasn't doing as well,
lower score.
The lower score, so it's an achievement score that's, and you should do that here.
Do you find that you use that
Yes, I
screen
do,
a lot?
I do, and you should take all of those parameters for all those 16, 18, 30,
Remap them into achievement scores.
and make some achievement score so that they can very rapidly see, oh, I'm doing better.
Is that what-
Show the spouse.
Is that the first thing that you see when you open up the app?
No, it's the first thing you see when you open up the history.
Is the history?
Well, you see the history.
Oh, I
The
see.
history was about 4 things. You see these achievement scores. You look down in the details, it says your pulse rate was X, your timing, how long you did it for, and basically your red, green, and blue is the distribution. So you
I
got.
like opening with the achievement.
Yeah,
though.
so there you got, that's another one. So you can open up an achievement and then drill down and see, well, what is it I screwed up, or what did I do well at? And people will use this if they have that kind of incentive.
Right.
Like what they did well on specific activities or specific.
Right.
That encourages them to look farther into their own data, just
Well,
based
it
on the
also
achievements.
encourages me to try to do better,
Right.
which is what the goal is there.
Right. Okay.
So, I know, those are really, really good feedback, but I wanted to, so this, I wanna say, if I were to, there's a couple of tasks that I wanted to ask you to do, and just give me what your thoughts are. If I were to ask you, how's your mobility doing, assuming this is actually your data, how would you respond? So I ask you,
Well, I
how,
think it's excellent because at the moment I've got 2 balance instructors and I've had one for 3 years.
no, according to, this,
Oh.
according to, yeah.
How does that make you feel about your mobility health, I guess?
Well, on a good day, I'd say I've got exceptional mobility and I'm, up to the 90 percentile. But that's just me. If
Right.
you ask the physical therapist or something, they might say something else, although I get a lot of positive feedback, but they're both being paid too.
that really helps. That does.
No, but a lot of it's truthful too.
No,
because
you are-
Most, I'm way ahead of 99% of the people here because most of them aren't doing balance training for 3 years.
Right.
They're there because they need balance training, but they haven't been doing it because they didn't need it.
Right.
And I've done the opposite. So that's a little unusual.
So, okay, let's go back to the app. The reason for this test is.
Well, excuse me, but going back to Melanie's chart downstairs, where the 4 people said, I took this course because one of them was bumping into walls and so forth. In other words, they all had individual problems. One had an osteoporosis problem, which doesn't quite relate to this, but the other 3 were all dealing with getting unbalanced, getting confused, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Okay. Now, let's go back to this. What's the question?
The question is, we want to test the,
First, oh, that's not that's
Let's not get the phone switched.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that one, sorry.
we want to test how well are the information coming through. So, if I were to ask you, how's your mobility health according to the app? Based on, assuming this is your mobility, the app is actually reflecting your mobility.
Well, the mobility to me would mean the walking quality, and I would disregard the other 3, but that's not necessarily true, but that's the way that I would look at it.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
And how has your mobility changed over the week? How would you find that out?
Well, let me look at the walking quality and look at the graphs. Walking quality this week, so obviously it looks like it's getting worse, and then right at the end it popped up for some reason. Or somebody didn't chart it right.
Okay.
And then stride time this week, I don't know what 20% stride time. Time it takes to complete a stride. Well, it looks like we slowed down, we're having a hell of a bum week, or I'm reading it wrong. Front to back this week, how much moved front to back lost? Either I'm interpreting. it
No,
correct-
No,
like
this
you
is perfect.
said, this is
perfect. This is perfect.
when all the graphs are the same, it's limited interpretation, I
No,
guess.
but the graphs are going downhill.
Yeah.
So normally downhill
So-
means negative,
What do you think you need to improve on?
everything.
Okay. What do you think you're doing well? Anything?
according to these graphs, and I don't know what that last one means. If I disregard the last day, this is not realistic because normally.
It's all the same trend.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, it's not realistic is the fact that you go down almost zero and then you're popping up. It's not the way it would normally work.
Right, okay.
We're gonna be hovering around some baseline or
Yeah, there's something wrong.
movement
There's
or
something wrong.
like
with
some variance on
it.
some.
Now, it does
averages.
happen when I do heart rate variability, I have bad days and everything goes to hell.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I have a good day and I can see that I'm right too. So, now that shouldn't happen in the long term, but in the short term, with inexperience, when using this kind of stuff, you really tell these things up.
Am I blocking what I need?
Interesting.
good.
And then